Hi, I'm John with Green Street Lessons, and today I'll be showing you how to play Island in the Sun by Weezer off their 2001 self-titled album. So first we're going to get into the main riff. This is what you hear right off the bat, and throughout the song it's pretty easy. It goes like this. So pretty easy, just a E minor, A minor, D, G progression. But the chord shapes, the first chord is your E minor shape. You're going to put your index finger on the first string, 3rd fret. You're going to put your third finger on the 2nd string, 5th fret. And you're going to put your 4th finger on the third string, 4th fret for this chord. And you'll play that twice. And then, like you heard right there, you'll take your fingers off and just strike the strings so you get that percussive sound. And then you'll go ahead for your second chord, your A minor. You'll bar your 3rd finger across the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string at the 5th fret for this chord. And you'll play that once and just let it ring. And then you'll drop down to a D shape. So your middle finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret, your 3rd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and your 1st finger on the G string, 2nd fret. And you'll play that twice. And then the final chord, your G figure here, you're going to bar your 1st finger across the 1st and 2nd strings at the 3rd fret, and you're going to put your middle finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret for this chord. So all in all, it's... So don't forget those percussive mutes in there. They're very important to that signature riff of the song. And next we'll go into the verse. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the verse part of Island in the Sun. It's pretty easy. For the first few measures, the lead guitar plays the riff I just showed you, while the rhythm guitar plays the same chords, just a little more full. So that's this. So real simple. The progression is still the same. It's still E minor, A minor, E minor, A minor, D, G. They're just full chords. So your first chord, your A minor, your low E string is open. The A string, you're going to fret that with your middle finger, 2nd fret. The D string, you're going to put your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret. And the high 3 strings are open. So, and the sequence of percussive mutes in this is the same as well, the same as it was in the intro. The second chord is an A minor, so you won't play the low E string. The A string is open. The D string you're going to fret with your middle finger on the 2nd fret. The G string, you're going to fret with your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret. The B string, you're going to fret with your 1st finger on the 1st fret. And the high E string is open for this chord. From there, we move on to a D chord. So you won't play either the low E string or the A string. You'll play the D string open. You'll fret the G string on the 2nd fret with your 1st finger. You'll fret the B string on the 3rd fret with your 3rd finger. And you'll fret the E string on the 2nd fret with your middle finger. So, now the next chord is G. There's 2 ways to play this. The standard G looks like this. So it's your middle finger on the low E string, 3rd fret, your 1st finger on the A string, 2nd fret, the D and G strings open, your 3rd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and your pinky finger on the 1st string, 3rd fret. Or, this is a little easier, you might prefer this. This is a G5 power chord. It really doesn't sound that much different from that G chord. If you're having difficulty with it, this can be a good chord to use. But it does require some unique skills of its own. Namely, you have to use your thumb. You're going to use that to fret the low E string at the 3rd fret while simultaneously muting the A string. So just kind of hold that down there and use the pad of your thumb to mute this string. Again, the D and the G strings are open. And you'll be barring your 3rd finger across the B and E strings at the 3rd fret. And that gives you. So that's the rhythm guitars part for the verse. After a few measures of that, the lead guitar has its own little bit, which goes like this. So that's pretty easy. What you want to do is put your middle finger on the B string, 8th fret, and your 3rd finger on the G string, 9th fret. And that's your first chord shape. So you'll strike the G string, and then the B string. You'll do that twice. And then you're going to drop your pinky onto the B string, 10th fret. And again, you'll play that shape twice. So, and then you'll take all your fingers off of the strings and you'll bar across the G and the B string at the 7th fret and do the same shape. And then you'll just drop your middle finger in onto the B string, 8th fret for this. So, all in all, pretty easy stuff. That is the whole verse there. Next I'll show you how to play the chorus. And now we're on to the chorus. The chorus of Island in the Sun is very simple, and it goes like this. As you can see, very easy, all power chords. You're going to start out with a D5, a D power chord. So your first finger on the A string, 5th fret, your 3rd finger on the D string, 7th fret, and your 4th finger on the G string, 7th fret. And you'll play that 4 times. And then you'll drop that shape down to the 3rd fret of the low E string for a G power chord. And you'll play that 4 times as well. Back to D. Back to G. And then you'll drop that shape down to the 3rd fret of the A string for a C power chord. And you'll play that 4 times. And you'll move that shape up to the 5th fret of the low E string for an A power chord. Play that 4 times. And then you'll go down back to the 5th fret of the A string for a D power chord, and you'll play that 8 times. So, again, all in all, that sounds like. So, yeah, it's a good practice for your power chords. It's also just straight straight eighth notes. So you'll get a good feel for that rhythm there. In the song, it's played with heavy distortion. So if you have a distortion pedal, I recommend the Boss Distortion DS1. It's a really versatile pedal. But yeah, if you have that, you can switch from the clean tones of the intro and verse parts to the distorted tones of the chorus. The last part to show you, the solo, I will show you how to play that next. And now, finally, the solo for Island in the Sun. It's pretty easy. I'll show you how it goes. So yeah, pretty easy slow solo. It's relatively slow, and it's all tabbed out there for you in the tab. And with that, that is all of Island in the Sun by Weezer off their 2001 self-titled album.